My friends, welcome. Pro-life leader Frank Pavone here, talking to you about what I did each day. Today in my daily diary, I want to cover Sunday, April 12th through Tuesday, April 14th of 2026. 3 very fruitful days. And let's just start right in. On Sunday the 12th, I had just gotten back late the night before from a trip to New York. So got right to my desk, all the unpacking, catching up on the mail, paperwork that was waiting for me. I'd been away for over a week. And the administrative schedules and agenda were one of the things of work that I had to do. But aside from that, it was a very pleasant morning because after a couple hours of morning work, the mass I went to on this particular weekend was down in Merritt Island. It's at a parish I usually don't go to, but we have a special relationship with. Nevertheless, some of our key administrative staff go there. And I went there because the pastor was celebrating his anniversary of ordination, 35 years. And I attended that particular ceremony, the mass, and then I was a special guest at the reception afterwards. Saw a lot of other clergy from around the Orlando diocese and specifically the area of Merritt Island and Cocoa Beach, and some priests and deacons. Really, really wonderful to meet, and other people who were already supporters of Priests for Life and were very happy to see me there. Some of them quite surprised to see me there. We had a nice luncheon there. Some of my staff were there as well. And then from there, I went, I was on Merritt Island already, and we also had some work to catch up on. I went over to the home office of our executive director, did some work there, and had some business meetings, and then went back to Titusville to our Priests for Life headquarters, where I had scheduled a special live broadcast in the evening because it was Divine Mercy Sunday. And so I had a nice substantial broadcast. We had Q&A. I'm sure many of you watched and saw that. And that was a great conclusion to a really nice Divine Mercy Sunday. Then the next morning, I was on my way to the Orlando airport by about 4 a.m. for a flight to Washington, D.C. Lo and behold, another meeting. This was actually the final scheduled meeting, although they will continue. But the Religious Liberty Commission, established by President Trump and led by Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick of Texas, had a series of meetings over the past year. I've been to most of them, and I was at this one Monday the 13th. So I flew to Washington. As soon as I landed, went right over to the Museum of the Bible, where the meeting was being held. In my work on the airport and the plane and so forth on emails, I had to deal with a number of things, including Missionaries of the Gospel of Life, opinion pieces being written and sent to different publications, prospecting, where you mail for new donors, faxes going out to all the parishes, the courses I do for Catholic Online, faxes and alerts being approved, liturgical resources being updated online for the priests, website and travel plans, Spanish translations, bulletin inserts, NIFLA, the conference I'll be speaking at, that I have spoken at, was preparing at that time, and communications regarding the new nuncio, the Pope's representative in the United States. All of this in between the main event, the meeting of the Religious Liberty Commission. Participated in that for the several hours of its duration. A lot of great content and a lot of great people there, summarizing the insights and the commitments over this past year of meetings. Once that was done, I headed over to my DC office, had some communication with various staff, some of the computer and technical people, and then also, with our executive director and other administrative staff. And then I went over to the studios of John Solomon, Just the News. You may know John Solomon and Amanda Head. And they wanted to interview me, so I went over there to their studios, did a taping for their national program, and then from there went over to another studio for Newsmax and was interviewed by Rob Schmidt on his evening program. Great program, as you know, and many, many viewers. So I had the privilege of being on that program. And then was picked up from that studio at 8 o'clock to head out to Dulles Airport for a 10:22 p.m. flight back to Orlando, where I landed at about 1 o'clock in the morning and headed back to Priests for Life headquarters, just to be ready to jump into a very busy day the next day. Tuesday, the 14th, what happened on that day? Well, I started out with, I had to do a little shopping. I started out with some taping in the studio and work at my desk. Let's see, items related to stuff like the Abortion Recovery Coalition, whose meeting you'll see happened later that morning. An op-ed to Newsmax, approval of an appeal letter, dealing with various requests from various media to interview me, setting up interviews I want to do with other pro-life leaders, communication with the Department of Health and Human Services in DC, and some stuff related to my family home. Got right to all this work at my desk after the staff meeting in the morning. Had to meet with various staff, computer people, resource people, gift entry people in regard to procedures. Did that right after the briefing. 10 o'clock was right here in the studio for the live scripture broadcast. Went into my office for an 11 o'clock, 1 hour meeting with the Abortion Recovery Coalition. Again, this is a coalition of groups which, like ours, put a heavy focus on healing people of the wounds that abortion inevitably and always leaves. I had some more communication with staff, and then right away at 12:30, had a meeting with the data and the data team and gift entry team. Some work there, some lunch, 2 o'clock back in the studios for taping of the Praying for America program. And then another taping for the Colorado March for Life video. And then more work at my desk at 2:30, meeting with our social media coordinator. More work at my desk at 4:15, national interview here in the studio, followed by another 4:30 p.m. national interview here in the studio, followed by a 5 o'clock p.m. national interview in the studio. That one with Todd Starnes, who many of you I'm sure know and watch. He's a friend and an enthusiastic encourager of our work. And then I just did quiet stuff the rest of the day in my office, working at my desk, closing out the day. April 12, 13, and 14, 2026. That's what I did. Hope your days are blessed. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
Changing our world is not a matter of wishful thinking. We have to participate in the process of making good laws and stopping bad ones. Your voice is needed. At stopabortionnow.org, you can sign up for email alerts that will call you to action when your lawmakers need to be urged to protect the unborn. These alerts make it easy. You will have the number to call and the message to convey. Progress cannot happen without you. Sign up for the action alerts today at stopabortionnow.org, sponsored by Pro-Life Vote.
Follow him, Frank Pavone, Fr. Frank Pavone. He is the National Director of Priests for Life. Please go to priestsforlife.org.
Frank Pavone. Frank, thank you very much.